Hey guys, it's Jessica, and today I'm going to share with you some secrets. I'm going to be sharing 5 products that I've been using behind the scenes that you don't know about. Actually, okay, now that I'm looking at them, I think one of them you might know I've been using. But I thought of this video, I feel like I saw someone do it. So I don't want to claim credit for the idea, but I cannot remember who. And I'm usually so good about writing in my little list of videos to film. If I saw someone do it and that's what gave me the idea, I'll put their name. But I didn't have a name and I'm like, who did I see do it? Either way, I just thought this was kind of fun. These are products I've been using behind the scenes, but I haven't necessarily mentioned them in a favorites video or in any other, get ready with me or anything, but they're products I'm enjoying right now. So they're not favorites, they're not men, they're not bad. They're just ones that I like. I'm liking right now and I'm using, and I thought this would just be a fun way to shed some light on these little bad boys. So 2 of them are high-end, 2 of them are drugstore, and one's kind of middle of the road. So let's start with the drugstore one. So one product I've been using behind the scenes a lot lately is the Maybelline Lash Discovery Mascara. So this has been available for years and years and years, and it's one of my favorite mascaras. I think one of my older sisters, I literally remember her opening a drawer years ago in her little vanity, and it was literally filled with 15 of these. And I was like, what in the world? Why do you have 15? Are these all new? And she's like, no, they're all old ones. I'm like, why do you keep all of them? Throw the old ones away. You're so weird. Oh, sisters. But anyway, but this is an amazing mascara for separating lashes. This is my favorite for my lower lash line. I literally will use my favorite mascaras on my upper lash line, pull them through, and then I will open my drawer, grab this, and do my lower lash line with this, because I just feel like it does such a great job of fanning the lashes out, separating them, and then I'll even usually take this and brush it through my upper lash line just to kind of separate the lashes, push them up, because you can really push right against the base and wiggle it, and it'll kind of push your lashes up. This mascara is such an amazing kind of multitasker in that way. I could use this alone too. There's nothing wrong with it. It just never gives you the volume that, at least for me, what my taste in volumized lashes is. This doesn't do it for me, but it is so amazing at separating and kind of lengthening as well, that I think it is fantastic. Highly recommend. 5 stars, 10 out of 10. I show you my mug today. This is the Disney Be Our Guest mug. Oh, well, okay, what? I just called it the Be Our Guest mug, as if that's even what it's called. I bought it in Disney World back in the little Belle Gaston area where there's the little Beauty and the Beast gift shop. And I think they still sell this. It's huge, so your coffee gets cold really quickly, but that's okay. But it says Once Upon a Time, Happiest Place on Earth. We're going again in November, and I always buy a mug. We'll see what I buy next time, but I really like this mug. Next product I've been using behind the scenes is from Makeup Revolution, and it's their Conceal Define concealer. I know that, did they come out with a foundation recently? Everyone's freaking out, and I'm like, wait, what? So I wanna find out about that. That's awesome. A lot of people said this was a dupe maybe for Tarte Shape Tape Concealer because it had the fatter doe foot one, things like that. I actually think I like this better than the Shape Tape. The Shape Tape, I've told you guys a million times, it's not my favorite, but I don't think it's bad. But it's like so many people's holy grail. I do think it creases less than a lot of concealers, which is huge. That is really nice. But I think this one kind of does the same thing, but maybe better. It lands, when it kind of sets, it sets into this kind of matte-ish satin look, which I think it is really nice. Usually it'll settle into my fine lines, and then I'll take a finger and kind of tap it. And then usually I don't need to tap it again. Usually that will get rid of that little bit of excess concealer that was there. And then I pretty much always set my concealer, so then I'll set it and it's just fine. And I think this does such a nice job of brightening without being so bright that to me it's too much in real life. I'm not wearing it today because I was trying on some other products for another video, but I think it looks really nice. This has become a holy grail for so many people on YouTube, but I do think it's really nice and the price point is very low. So I've been a big fan. I couldn't say yet that it's my favorite concealer, but I would, if you're at Ulta and you're like, I need a new concealer, I would pick it up. I think it's really nice. And the shade range is pretty good. I've got C4 is what I've been using. All right, the middle of the road price-wise one I wanted to mention I've been trying is from MAC. It's their Prolongwear Fluid line in Black Track. I feel like years ago, back when MAC ruled the game, not that they don't anymore, but I'm just saying obviously it's not as holy grail. Like, I feel like I would watch makeup collection videos and like everything people owned was just MAC, MAC, MAC. And I'd be like, I want all the MAC. Anyway, but this is basically their potted gel eyeliner. And I am a huge gel eyeliner fan, huge. And I've tried so many, and I really like this. I think it's very, very black, this shade Black Track is. It's very creamy, but not so creamy that you can't control. I've been using the Smith 205 brush. These are expensive, but the Smith brushes are so nice. Oh my gosh, they're so nice. I only own a few because I'm like, I can't just drop that much money, but I really want more. Anyway, I've been using this and just kind of applying it. You can see me applying it now. Do like a little mini wing I can do with it, but I usually just really darken the line and then I'll just grab a liquid liner to kind of create a mini wing. I think this is a very nice liner. It stays in place all day. I don't know if it's waterproof. A lot of gel eyeliners do a pretty good job of staying in place, but it doesn't claim to be. And frankly, I wouldn't wear this thick of a liner necessarily if I'm like swimming, you know? But I've like sweat and gone on runs and stuff with makeup on, and it's never like ran or done anything weird. So I do think it's nice. It holds up all day. I don't, however, think that this is like better than drugstore ones I've tried. So the Maybelline Eye Studio one, incredible. The L'Oreal Infallible one, my favorite. And those are slightly cheaper than this. This is probably around 15 bucks. Those are slightly cheaper and they're absolutely, I think, equivalent. So I really like this, but I don't think it's something that's like holy grail you can't find anywhere else, because you definitely can, and for cheaper. I'll link those drugstore recommendations I just gave you. I'll link those down below. All right, so into the two more expensive products that I've been playing with. One of them is from Farmacy with an F. Liza with the Z. Is that what it, Liza with the Z, right? Well, it wouldn't be Liza with an L. Anyway, it's their Green Screen Sunscreen. Their Daily Environmental Protector. So it has SPF of 30. And let me just read their claims. It says a non-greasy, broad spectrum SPF 30 sunscreen and daily skin shield that guards against the environmental factors associated with skin aging. Offers gentle antioxidant-rich protection to screen the skin from harmful UVA, UVB rays. It also helps guard against free radicals emitted from smartphones and computers, which can lead to accelerated photoaging. Well, you can understand why I was excited to try this. I thought, man, sometimes I'm outside. Sometimes I'm in front of a screen. I need all of this protection. So it says it's for all skin types, and you can apply it over your moisturizer and or under makeup. So I do both. So this is a very white, it definitely gives a white cast to the skin at first. Now, I have to admit, I've not tried this in flash photography. I would have to assume it would probably show up. Really anything with most high SPFs do offer some flashback, and I would have to assume this would too, because it's really, you know, it is protecting your skin. However, again, I'm not typically going to events where there's flash photography, and if I am, I wouldn't use this. But for every single day, it looks so perfect under foundation. I've never noticed that it affects any of the foundations I love wearing. It's not affected the way those look at all. And you just need to give it that time to kind of sink into your skin after a minute, and then you're good to go. And I like that you can apply this over your moisturizer, because I feel like a lot of times I'll do this in place of my moisturizer, and I think it actually does a nice job. But I would prefer to have a moisturizer that my skin loves underneath it before putting this on. So I love that, and I love that I can wear it under makeup. So for that reason, I've not gotten any sunburns or anything, and we go out on walks, I go out on runs in the sun, and it's been doing great. So I highly recommend, and I think the packaging, Farmacy's packaging is always so pretty. I love it. I'm already like halfway through. I'm like, crap. So the next product is from Drunk Elephant. This is their D-Bronzi, I don't know, Anti-Pollution Sunshine Serum. I've seen so many people use this incorrectly, and it makes me laugh so hard. But what they recommend is add a pump of the D-Bronzi or Bronzi to any Drunk Elephant serum, oil, or moisturizer for a gorgeous glow and a potent dose of protective antioxidants and omega fatty acids. So you could put it anywhere. It says you could apply it to your face, chest, legs, or anywhere you want a touch of bronze, which I think is really cool. So this is a very multi-use product. You could apply it to your body moisturizer and just have a little bit of glow, but that it would just wash off, you know, in the shower. You could mix it to darken. I've used it to darken a foundation just slightly. Now, here's the reality. You take the lid off, there's a little pump. You're gonna look at it and say, oh wow, it's gonna be really dark. No, once you mix it into a moisturizer, it's not gonna be that dark. Let me show you, let me grab a moisturizer. So this is one of my favorites. It's almost gone, it's really expensive. I'm not gonna buy it again. I really want to, but I'm like, I can't. It's $100 for this. It's the Cosmetics Humidify Deep Moisture Hydrator. So this is just a normal moisturizer I use every single day. It's kind of that creamy color. So I'm gonna add a little bit of this to it. And I wanna show you how it doesn't end up being that dark, okay? Okay, well this is not doing it justice. But as you blend it in, it really, let me maybe blend it down my arm because this is far too concentrated. So do you guys see how when you blend it in, it's really not crazy bronze. It definitely gives you some color, there's no doubt about that, but it's not gonna be that dark. So don't let that like put you off because I'm pretty fair and it works just fine. Now I have not put this all over my body, to be honest with you. I could see myself doing that, like for example, if I'm in a wedding soon and like my arms are kind of like, you know, so I could see myself mixing that with the moisturizer and putting that on my arms for the day of the wedding, especially since we're wearing a dark dress. I wouldn't be worried about it getting on there or anything like that. And I would say put it on, give it ample time to dry, and then you'd be good to go. But I really have liked this to put in foundation just a little bit to kind of give it a little bit of a sun-kissed glow. I have put it in moisturizer, put it on my face, and I just feel like, especially if you self-tan, this is a great way where, like, I don't like to put self-tanner on my face. I just don't. And so for me, most of my foundations then would be too light, so I'll put a little dab of this in it and it just darkens it enough, and then I can put a little bronzer. That way I don't have to have 10 shades of the same foundation, you know? So I just think it's a cool product that's multi-use. If you have a cheaper version of this, because here's the thing, not only does it kind of bronze things up and it's got all those uses, but it actually has good skincare ingredients in it, and that's what takes it from here to there. So if you can think, if you know of like a drugstore or at least a cheaper version of this, let us know below, because I really like it and I could see myself wanting to buy this again when I inevitably run out, and I'm like, but I don't want to pay for it. It's so expensive, but I will if there's nothing else like it out there, because it is worth the price tag. But I really hope there's a cheaper version out there. Those are kind of my 5 under the radar products. Okay, they're not necessarily under the radar, but ones that I haven't talked about on my channel at all or not very much. So I hope this video was enjoyable to you. Let me know if you like this style. I could do this every month or every few months, as I just have some things that aren't necessarily like holy grail favorites, but they're ones that I'm really enjoying right now that I wanted to shed a little light on and share some information about. So if you do, give this video a thumbs up and I will keep that in mind for future videos, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.